The great clock of Oakhaven was a cathedral of grinding iron submerged in a darkness so thick it felt tectonic. Kaelen stood on the primary drive shaft, his lungs barely expanding. He had been a statue for 600 seconds, 10 minutes of absolute, bone-deep stillness. In the calculus of kinetic debt, this was a high-interest investment. Below, the Blindstrike circled. The creature was a masterpiece of evolution, lacking eyes but possessing a throat that emitted high-frequency clicks. To the Shrike, the room was a map of echoes. Kaelen was merely a silent pillar among many until he moved. Kaelen didn't feel fear. Fear was a biological inefficiency. He merely calculated. The Shrike's echolocation relied on the rebound of sound off solid surfaces. To kill it, Kaelen didn't need to be faster. He needed to overwrite the map. The Shrike let out a jagged shriek. The sound waves rippled toward Kaelen. This was the inciting moment. The creature had sensed the slight thermal bloom of his heartbeat. It coiled its wire-thin limbs, preparing to lunge. Kaelen triggered the release. He didn't aim for the Shrike. Instead, he slammed his palm into the massive, 10-ton pendulum swinging inches from his chest. 10 minutes of stored immobility exploded outward in a single microsecond of kinetic transference. The result was not a strike but a cataclysm. The pendulum, infused with the debt of Kaelin's stillness, accelerated beyond the limits of physics. It didn't just swing, it blurred. The force shattered the clock's internal housing. A thunderous asterisk crack echoed through the tower, a sound so violent it acted as a sensory flashbang to the Shrike's hypersensitive ears. The creature screeched, clutching its head as the sheer volume of the reverberations turned its sight into a white noise nightmare. Disoriented and deafened, it stumbled toward the edge of the central gearworks. Kaelen stepped through the cacophony with predatory precision. As the Shrike flailed, Kaelen grabbed a fallen iron strut. With a final, calculated thrust, he pinned the creature into the convergence of the great clock's primary gears. The machinery groaned, then crushed the Shrike with indifferent, mechanical force. Kaelen watched the life leave its eyes, his expression as vacant as the darkness around him. "Variable eliminated," he whispered, already slowing his heart rate to begin his next investment of stillness. Total elapsed time, 12 seconds. Efficiency, 98%. He turned and walked into the shadows, leaving the gears to finish their meal.